Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do part 2 of my Windows XP Service Pack 4 installation with extra add-ons, of course. Okay, I will go ahead and link in the description where to get everything I use for this video. Again, if you don't actually own a copy of these, you're probably going to want to. This will help you out a lot with getting everything installed. Also, it keeps Microsoft from yelling at me and pretty much putting bans on my YouTube channel. Okay, so first thing we did in the last video, okay, is we create a shared folder. So I'm going to go to Settings, Options, and then down here where it says Share Folders, I have mine as always enabled, and I went ahead and made this. If you have not done this already, I recommend you doing this and copying all the files that we use into this folder here. Now, some of them we're going to use on XP, others we're going to have to use through the hardware settings here, like the CDs for installing Office, the ISO packs, and everything. But I usually put everything in here so we can see it. So, hit OK. So if you went ahead and did that already, we're going to hit Start, then go to My Computer, and then you'll see the network drive here, Share Folder, on VMware Host. There's my host files. And here's all my stuff. Here's my Office XP Pro. And here's my Super Pack. Now you see these ones are actually, it says ISOs on there. Okay, so these are not going to really help us out at all. We're going to have to mount these into the setup here. Now the other thing, which I forgot to add to this, is the Service Pack 4. So let's go ahead and I'll copy that over. Go to here. Go to ISO folder. WinXP, and here is our Service Pack 4. Now I'm just going to go ahead and copy it into my shared folder here that I created. I made a Windows XP and hit paste. Okay, and as you can see, it's over a gig. So back into our virtual. I'm going to go to Start, My Computer, then go back into the network folder, and then here it is. So simplest thing is drag and drop to the desktop. It's not always the fastest either. Okay, so we'll close out of this because we'll get back to that later, because the first thing we want to do is install Windows XP Service Pack 4. Let's see if we can do this. Now, I don't believe there's any requirements needed to install this. I think it has all its requirements up to date, but we'll find out soon enough, because I actually did not run this. Is the first time I'm running this probably in a few years. I did this as a test probably about 4 years ago. Obviously I got it to work, but I can't remember if I had any dependencies I had installed previously to this. So it's going to go ahead and let us know. Agree to the license agreement. Hit next. Alright, for here, we can archive it or do not archive the files. I'm going to go ahead and archive it. Let it have an uninstaller. You never know in case you may want to. And we have more than enough hard drive space. Even at a gig, it really wouldn't be that, detrimental to our situation here. we can always add more space if we want to, and so on, through the VMware software. So I wouldn't really worry too much. So this is going to take, if I remember correctly, probably about 15 minutes to do the full install, maybe a little bit longer, depending on what kind of services you have running, what things are going on. If this is a live environment, this is probably going to take a lot longer. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll pause the video and then come back once it gets to the end, just to keep this video kind of short, because we also still got a bunch of other things to install here. So I'll be back once it's all done. Okay, so software is fully installed. As you can see, we're completing the Windows XP Service Pack 4 installation. You can not restart now, but that would be ridiculous. So let's go ahead and do this now. As you can see down here, it took roughly 10 minutes to do the full install, give or take a minute or two. So I'm going to hit finish, and it should reboot. If it doesn't, we'll go ahead and manually reboot ourselves. But I think that might have been the only thing this thing had a problem with, was always forcing the reboot. Nope, it did. Probably going to have to turn that off, because that will get annoying after the 20th reboot we do during this video. Okay, we're going to say here do not right now, because even though the service pack went ahead and fixed this problem here, we're still not going to receive updates anyway, because they blocked the update server from here. So no matter what, it really isn't going to help us. And it's going to take a little bit longer to to pretty much get into Windows, because it's still actually installing a few things and configuring them in the background. Now, like I said at the beginning, if you want to do this, you can. It's not required to use Windows XP. It's also not supported. Again, if you're not used to using stuff like this is actually developed by third-party people. So if you don't want to get viruses, malware, or backdoors into your system here, whatever it may be, I can't verify the people who did make this, didn't probably put some kind of malicious intent into it. But for the most part, the few people out there I have seen use it, as well as myself who has used it, I have not seen any kind of issues with my system. But always want to put the disclaimer out just in case you get it and you're complaining this is a virus and your system's freaking out or whatever it is. Yeah, it's probably not the actual service pack, but who knows? Okay, so now we're back at the desktop finally. As you can see here, I went ahead and got the little red icon back here again, and that's mainly because of the patches it did. It went ahead and fixed that. So now if we go to my computer and look at properties, oh, it just still says Service Pack 3. I thought it eventually said Service Pack 4. But the version number is different, which is a little weird, but okay. The version number actually would be 2012, I believe, is when Service Pack 3 hit the final time. Well, actually hit earlier than that, but I think he said that. I think 2014 is why he said the Service Pack 4 came out. But that's perfectly fine. Let's go over here and open up Internet Explorer. Let's click on About Internet Explorer, and we're at Internet Explorer 8, which I think is still not usable. So let's go ahead and go to Google. Continue to block the website because of all the security features. And look, Google is up and running. So we're now able to use the internet once again. Then we have over here the specialty language bar, which I always turn off. Goodbye. Alright, so now we have Service Pack 4 installed. So now we're going to go ahead and go back to my computer, shared folder, host files, and we're going to copy over the XP folder, the Microsoft Office XP Pro, over to the desktop. And while it's doing that, we're going to go up to the top here, click on VM, Removable Devices, CD DVD, and click on Settings. Because we're going to go ahead and mount the Plus package too. So we can go one after another. So mine is located in my shared folder. So it's Virtual Machines, Shared, XP, and Microsoft Plus. Hit OK. And then while this is copying over, we can go ahead and do the install. So my computer. And we're going to click on Menu Disk, Menu Disco. Such a great name, but okay. So what happens when you try to be hip and cool in the early 2000s? Menu Disco. Okay. So here's our welcome screen. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on Custom Installation, hit Next. We're going to agree to the user license agreement because we can't do it without it. Now, here's everything that you get. Let's see if I can make this screen just a little bit bigger. Probably not. No. Okay, that's fine. So in here, it tells you everything that comes with the Plus feature. So you got the MP3 converter, personal DJ, speaker enhancement, label makers, media skins. You get your 3 games here, which is Hyperbowl, Labyrinth, and Russian Squares. A bunch of different screensavers. Like the Plus packages from 95 and 98, you have the Aquarium, the Nature, Da Vinci. Pretty much all they did is they updated those to these. And the same thing with the themes. They just updated the themes from 98, that was the popular ones, up to here. So we're going to click on Next and hit the Install button. Now, Microsoft Plus for Windows XP actually was non-serial. If you remember from the other versions of Windows 95 and 98, you actually had a serial number for them. Well, Microsoft took this away. Mainly because I believe a lot of stuff was either digital download, or you had, digital purchase. So you had to purchase it from Microsoft, and then Microsoft just sent you a copy. I don't believe you could have went and got these in stores. I could be wrong though. I mean, when I got mine actually came with, pre-installed on my XP system when I first got it. So I really never had to actually go out and purchase this anywhere, and it was actually pretty awesome. As we can see here, our Office XP Pro has been copied over. So while this is installing, move this over here and just open up the folder here to see all the good stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to be running the setup button here. I got my CD key. I hope that's right. Honestly, I've never actually installed this one, or at least not in a while, so I can't remember if the CD key is correct or not. If it isn't, I know I have Office 2003, which is what most people installed on here. At least I did. And that's it. So we can start the Microsoft Plus for Windows XP now, but we're not going to, because I wanted to go ahead and start installing our Office XP Pro. So we're going to go ahead, run the setup eventually. This does also have, as you can see, Publisher. And honestly, I'm not going to hide the serial for this. If you plan on using XP, because this is honestly, as I look at most of it, just a gimmick. I don't think this was actually a really intentional use case scenario. Yeah. Because when I got my computer, well, when I got my XP upgrade, I already had 2003 installed as well from factory. So, and they never even offered this version. So, we're going to go ahead and click complete. So go ahead and install the complete everything that we can. So we're going to get Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, front page. Let's go. Huh. Well, thank you, Microsoft Plus. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and reboot. And then once we reboot, we're going to go ahead and start the process all over again. Okay, so now we're back at the desktop. Let's go ahead and run it one more time. All right. I'm going to go ahead and type in the key again. Hit next. Accept the license agreement. Click on complete, or you can leave as install now. It's up to you. I'm just going to do complete because if it's going to let me install everything, let's go. All right, let's hope to God it works this time. And again, this installation is only 455 megs it said, so it's probably going to take about 5 minutes to do the install. I wouldn't really worry too much about it taking forever. You also have Publisher as well, as you can see here. So I'm just going to pull that out. I'm just going to also drag and drop that to the desktop as well. Move this over here. Okay. Close that. And from here I can throw this right in the garbage. I don't need it no more. Alright, then Publisher XP, same thing, serial code, all the install. So we'll probably do this install next as well. And then the only thing we got left is the game installation. Go to Programs, and you can see here's all your Office stuff. See, you have BitLocker now. That came with the new service pack. New Office documents. So, and then under games here, we had the 3 games. Microsoft Office is a startup. You got your Outlook up here, which we'll go ahead and dump in there. I really do miss the older Outlook. Alright, so from here, we're going to go ahead and install Publisher. Well, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't tell me I have to reboot again. Alright, minimize that. Going to type in my CD key. Because again, if you do use this, God bless you, you really need it more than I do at the moment. You know, if we ever go back in time, then yes, I'm gonna be really upset with you because I really would like this when I go back in time. But in 2020, this really isn't doing anything for me. Oops, did not do that correctly. 8K PG 9er. Okay. Accept the license agreement. Hit next. Do the complete install. Hit next, and we're just going to get Publisher. 89 megabytes. 89 megabytes. The newer one, I think, is like 20. I think the new Office is like 20 gigs. This thing altogether was like less than 600 megabytes. And it's mostly graphics, if you think about it. Word processing is word processing, no matter how you look at it. And there we go. Publisher is now installed. So just to make sure everything is working, here is our Microsoft Word. Go ahead and run Publisher. And then you go through the wizard here to fill out all your information. And that wizard was only just a setup for Publisher. It wasn't actually an activation. We'll go ahead and start our Plus. So you can see here at Plus, we have all our special media stuff, which I also think is in here under Accessories. Yep. So you got your label maker, converter, video. You even got your Internet Explorer with no add-ons. That's from the Service Pack 4. And I think that's everything that they added to it. So, but nonetheless, let's go with themes. You have all your themes here you can just jump to. So we can select this theme. So it opens up the display properties. And as you can see here, you have all your other ones. You have your Windows XP. Close that out. Your Windows Classic, which gives you that, modern looking Windows 98, this is really what Windows XP originally looked like. Except the desktop wallpaper was different. I think it was, if they have it. Yeah, I think it was similar to this. Like, this is what I used to keep mine as for the longest time. But go back in here. We're going to throw on ourselves a nice theme. A space theme. Because we got the experience. Click apply. Got my little new icons, new sounds, taskbar is different. You got the moon over here. Let's go ahead and empty this. There you go, crescent moon. My little pointer is different. So a lot of coolness. Okay, so now we're going to install one more thing. Go to shared. And then we have in our plus folder, Microsoft Play It. Oops, forgot we gotta drag and drop that to the desktop and then run it. I have no idea what this really was, so. Okay, we don't have MIDI, so we're gonna hit no. And oh, it was just a keyboard setup. A little bit of jazz. Oh, it's pretty cool. I've never actually used this. But if I did, I'd probably care. Okay, so there we have it. We went ahead and installed XP. We installed Service Pack 4, VMware tools. We installed Microsoft Office XP Professional. That's technically Microsoft Office 2002. We installed Publisher 2002 or Publisher XP. And we installed the Plus package for that, for our awesome theme we have here and everything. So I hope this video helps somebody out there. If not, it was at least a fun little trip back to Windows XP. There's a bunch of other things you can do with XP if you want. I might end up doing a few other ones later, adding other software that was exclusive for XP and changing themes and so on. But I'll save that for another video. So if you like the video, like, subscribe, tell all your friends about it, whatever you want. I said hopefully it helps somebody out there that's trying to understand how to install this or just see how certain things ran, or if it even does actually still work today in 2020. So as I can verify, it still does. Everything's working just fine. So again, stop by. I make videos all the time. I'm doing a Windows segment right now. I'm doing a Mac segment soon. I do Linux videos, specialties. I got a beta setup that's coming out soon for all the betas that came out for Windows. So just check back frequently just to see what kind of new stuff I'm working on. And I want to thank everybody for watching, and you guys have a pleasant day. See ya.